we kind of haven't seen you since the end of the bubble and how everything went down out there. So I'm just curious, how'd your offseason go? And you obviously ended up coming back here, but what was the interest like? Where did you have to make a decision versus, going somewhere else versus coming here, or was there no real decision? You just wanted to come back to Brooklyn?
I had a few other options, but it was about 2 ways and opportunities that I didn't think that was, as good as being here, trying to stay here and being on a team that's going to, compete for a championship.
Michael Grady?
Geez, this is different than the bubble squad you guys had out there, man. What's the competition been like with this group in these early days of camp?
Man, the competition's been crazy. It's it feels like real basketball out here. It's different level of competitiveness with Katie and Kai coming out here, pushing everybody every day, and you can see it's a different type of leadership than we had in the bubble. With a bunch of new guys, the situation. So we got a little more stability now and more leadership. Guys that know what it takes to win. So we're coming in here playing hard every day.
Greg Logan?
Hi, Chris. You obviously had some surprising success last season. So is it a little daunting to come back and find like 6 veteran guards ahead of you? And how do you approach it? What has Sean Marks told you about, what your future is and what they would like to see from you?
No, it's not daunting at all. I mean, if anything, I take it as, more of a challenge and a more opportunity to learn from these guys and, just get better every day. And, the more I can learn from these guys and, implement it into, camp and, my future, I'm all for it. And me and Sean Marks haven't really discussed my future here. I'm just, trying to get better and, contribute to the team in any way I can. That's my mindset right now.
Bob Windrum?
Chris, you were part of the extra work crew last year dealing with Kevin Durant. What's the difference between then and now?
Now he's you can tell he's not afraid of, creating contact and, getting to whatever move he wants. The extra work group, we know he was still coming back and wasn't sure exactly how healthy he was. And, was trying to fill out, the contact, how physical to be with him and everything. But now you can tell he's back and, he's creating the contact now. He's doing what he wants to do. And he's looking like, himself.
Christian Winfield?
Hey, Chris. Just curious, how did you spend your off season? Obviously, it was short. You know what I'm saying? So what were you able to do in terms of putting in work? And can you just talk about the energy in training camp right now, how guys are gelling with one another? And, everybody said there's a high but friendly level of competition. What's that like?
Yeah, so my off season, I split my time between being back home in Memphis and being in Atlanta, working out. I was just, trying to get in the gym as much as I can, but being safe about it. It was hard with, my dad's a middle school coach, so I was able to use the gym that he has. Then school started back, so I had to, go to Atlanta and was able to get in some private gyms and stuff like that. And, as far as the competition, it's definitely, high competitive spirits on this team. And but we know we're on the same team when the season starts. So, we're not doing anything to hurt anyone or anything. It's just playing basketball. So, nobody wants to lose no matter what we're doing, a drill, a scrimmage, anything. Nobody on this team wants to lose a drill or anything. So you can tell it's competitive.
Alex Schiffer?
Sorry, I was muted. Hey, Chris. I'm curious, just what has been your biggest takeaway being coached by a Hall of Fame point guard like Steve Nash, and what you've thought about how I can't speak. Sorry. What has been your biggest takeaway from being coached by Steve Nash and how you play the point guard position based on what he said?
Just, his accolades and everything, the way he played, he was a pass first point guard and everything, sort of like me. So, I try to learn as much as I can from him. And, I watched him a lot growing up. And he was one of those guys that, I was just like, man, I love the way he passed the ball. So, runs the team. So I always, emulated a little bit of that into my game. And, being able to play for him now and learn from him, from one of the best point guards ever, it's something I always wanted to be able to do. I'm just here cherishing every moment and, picking up every little piece of knowledge and advice he gives me.
Otis Livingston?
Hey, Chris, I'm sure in your basketball journey, you have played against some great point guards, some really competitive and talented point guards. What's it like going up against Kyrie Irving? What are you learning? What are you possibly implementing in your game? What's that competition like?
I mean, it's great going against him every day, having to guard him. Someone is, so explosive on the offensive end and so crafty. And, he's been in the league for a while. He's got a lot of, vet moves, drawing fouls and everything. I can't quite get those calls he gets yet. So, I'm learning them, but, I'm not going to use them yet until I get a few more years in the league. But, just watching what he's able to do on a daily basis and how creative he is and how he sees plays, a step ahead of where they're happening and just how composed he is. It's good to see that every day and be able to learn from that.
Last question, we'll go to Christian.
What's up, Chris? I got one more for you. You've obviously been around DeAndre for now a year and some change now. I'm just curious, what would you say the funniest thing you've heard him say around you has been?
It's too much to pick from, but I think it's the funniest when he picks on Jeremiah. They're both lefties, so they got that little lefty connection. He's always on him and Nick Clax. So, just the things he says to them and just how he gets under their skin so easy and makes fun of them is pretty funny to see.